at Lollapalooza, Chicago, sitting with the one and only Robert Trujillo of Metallica and many other bands. Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
I feel like we're old friends now, see, because we were just hanging out over at your son's where he was playing.
Yeah.
Over at Kidspalooza?
Kidspalooza.
Yeah, Kidspalooza. So he is playing in a band called The Helmets.
Right.
How old is he?
He just turned 11 last Tuesday.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh! So they're all about the same, about 10 or 11.
Yes,
they're
all about the same age. Yeah, pretty much. I think I think that the singer might be a little bit older than Ty, so maybe we're talking 12 there. So between 10 and 12.
Okay, it's kind of cosmic how this whole thing came together because my husband, who is behind the video camera, as you can see, is here for you because he's helping teach your son's band.
Yes, he is.
And you guys have been working very hard on that. And then I came here with 107.7 The Bone, and this all just kind of came together.
Yeah, that's
it's very
right.
trippy.
You know, we're all here by, how would you call it?
I've been calling it cosmic.
Yeah, I was going to say, symmetry, whatever you want to call it. The stars have aligned here.
The stars have aligned, exactly.
And that's a great thing when that can happen in your life. I mean, even like the weather. I mean, Chicago can get pretty nasty. You can get a lot of humidity, high temperatures, and sometimes it rains. And today we have days, we're hitting around the 80s. And,
oh, it's perfect.
It feels really good here right now.
Yeah, so, it does. Yeah. So tell me, okay, so Metallica's obviously playing tonight, and then the Helmets play today.
Right.
What does it feel like for Proud Papa to watch your son up there? And they had a huge crowd. There were tons of people.
Yeah, it was great. It's one of those things that words can't explain it because I've seen him grow. He started out as a drummer when he was 1, and I thought, oh, this kid's going to be the next, Neil Peart or something. I just thought he's such a great rhythm machine. And then at a certain point, I bought him a drum set, like an actual drum set, and then he stopped playing drums. And I was like, okay. It's like I buy him a drum set, he stops playing. But then he started playing bass about 4 years ago, and it wasn't me pushing him.
I was going to say, did you guide him into that, or just like, do your thing?
He's just doing his own thing, figuring out songs on his own, all styles too. And the thing about us is we have a lot of different types of music going on in our household. We listen to a lot of different bands and stuff, and he was picking up on that and sort of teaching himself and getting inspired. And then he just started jamming with some friends that he was skateboarding with, actually one of which he went to school with, I think even kindergarten up in the Bay Area.
It started in kindergarten.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Started up there in Marin, with his buddy Kai.
Yeah.
But he started out with Kai as a friend in school and skateboarding, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh well, you can play a little bit of drums, I play bass, let's play. And it's been amazing just to see the progress, just even in the last couple of years.
Yeah. They're really talented kids. I mean, putting them together and seeing them just own the stage. I mean, they're fearless, I mean, does he get nervous before he goes up?
He doesn't get nervous.
He didn't even think about it, right? It's like,
crazy.
whatever.
Because I get nervous.
Do you? Yeah. I was going to ask that. I mean, you played a bajillion shows, not just with Metallica, but with your previous band as well.
Yeah.
Do you have like a ritual that you do, like special socks that you wear before a gig or anything? Good luck socks?
I think my ritual is just, showing up at the gig, getting to the meet and greet. I'm always the first one at the meet and greet. And I like to meet the fans.
They told me you were timely. They said you were very diligent, very timely.
I try to get that going first. And today's been a very busy day because we had the Make-A-Wish kid today, and we met a couple of some of our friends who are in the service, who have who've been there for us in Afghanistan and stuff. So I was with them, and then I worked my way over here. I didn't want to leave you hanging, so just trying to kind of take care of it all.
Multitasking.
Exactly. So I do that first, and then I get into a sort of a stretch mode, and I loosen up before the show, and then I try and get in this jam room we have. It's called the tuning room. And there, it's sort of a safe haven where you can just really get into your instrument. And James and I, we're always the first ones in there, and we just like to jam and go over, new ideas, old ideas, whatever. And that's kind of my thing, is I just sort of target that jam. I gotta get to the jam room.
Yeah, that's
once
your
I'm
safe
there,
zone.
yeah, that means we're going on stage, so I try and get in there just to kind of have fun.
Chill out. Get away from all the craziness.
You chill and you connect with the instrument a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Kirk usually rolls in, and Lars is always sort of last.
He rolls in, hops on the drum.
Lars has his routine. Everybody's got their routine.
Totally.
You know, Kirk's doing yoga.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He is a very zen person like that, isn't he?
Is.
Yeah.
I commend that guy because he gets up in the morning. It's the first thing he does, and then you know, before the show, I don't know how long before, he starts doing all that stuff from standing on his head. Things I can't imagine.
That's
doing.
very healthy rock star behavior.
It is.
It's not what you would imagine, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, I tell you, he can yoga-tize with the best of them, but he can also party with the best of them.
He's a well-rounded
when
dude.
he wants to.
Yeah. So you stretch out. Now, do you stretch out because you do your crazy crab walk thing and you don't want to pull like a hamstring or something? And where did that come from?
That came from Ozzy. I was on tour. What was like the first or second show? I think it was actually it was the second show that I ever did with him. It was in Las Vegas, I remember, and we were playing Sweet Leaf.
Oh, great song.
And he was like kind of going up to everybody, getting in our faces in a good way.
Yeah, being Ozzy.
Kind of challenging us in different ways with the whole stage movements and stuff. So I just started doing this weird samurai, or what do you call it? Sumo.
That's it is a sumo kind of crab walk thing.
I wish it was a samurai thing, but it's more of a sumo.
Does it have a name?
No, I don't know. People started calling it the crab walk.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll roll with that.
But samurai sounds a lot tougher than the crab walk if I'm voting.
Yeah, you know.
Samurai.
The samurai thing came from, I think back in the day, Zach Wilde used to call me the whiskey warlord because we used to drink a lot of, Crown Royale.
Oh, yeah.
And then so we went from that to like the samurai whiskey warlord, and then somehow, then the crab walk came in, and all. You get all these nicknames and these weird things that you do on stage, and you have fun with them. But yeah, that came from Ozzy, and
now it's just part of you.
I threw that at him, and he did it with me.
He did?
Yeah, and I swear, I started laughing. It was so much fun, and we've been doing it ever since, but not together anymore.
Right.
Hopefully, he's still doing it. I don't know.
He probably is. You got to
only on Sweet Leaf or Iron Man.
Okay. What was it like working with Ozzy? I mean, you've worked with a lot of people in the industry, but I would imagine he would be kind of an interesting.
Well, Ozzy was a dream come true. Ozzy, we all grew up with Black Sabbath. I mean, there's no secret there for any of us, any of the members of any band I've ever been in or anyone I've ever worked with. I still play Black Sabbath songs. I jam with my buddies in Mass Mental, and we play War Pigs, we play, Fairies Wear Boots, and we love it, man, I tell you, till this day. So Sabbath is always, to me, some of the best music ever, and the reason is because it grooves, it's funky, it's heavy, it's got lots of great changes, twists and turns, it can be fast, it can be in the pocket, just nice, slow, powerful riffs. And the melodies are really, really important too. They're beautiful. So playing with him was a dream come true. I was in a party band in the early 80s, and we played Sabbath and Ozzy songs, as well as Rush and Van Halen, all that kind of stuff. So playing with him again was like, wow, is this reality?
Yeah.
And that's part of why I was laughing, because I'm doing this crab walk, and I've got Ozzy, the guy that I didn't think was a reality. He's like a godlike to me. It's like he's untouchable. Yeah. There he is doing the crab walk.
Yeah, that's insane.
So I've been fortunate to play with my heroes, and same with the Metallica crew and family. I mean, I've always looked up to them, even back when Suicidal, we were touring with them in those years, early 90s. Yeah. And it's great to be a part of the family now, going on 13 years actually. I know,
you're not the new guy anymore. I mean, the 13 years, that's over a decade of Metallica, and you guys are like a family. I saw James rocking out to the helmets. It was a family affair, you could tell. It was very cute.
Yeah, Lars came over too.
I saw him in the very end when I was coming over here actually, but it was nice to see that you guys, you support each other.
And that's the great thing about these type of festivals, we get to see other bands play, we can interact. with those bands, and sometimes we interact with the fans too. Like on the Orion Festival, we were actually cruising around, hanging with the fans. They had a little stage at the skate park area, the Half Pipe, and I went and jammed with Tony Trujillo, who's actually from Santa Rosa.
Oh, okay.
Incredible skateboarder, legend now. But he and his wife Trixie and I, on very rare occasions, will play this really bad speed metal. Those who are lucky enough can witness that menagerie.
You do kind of do all things, because like Mass Mental is very different, obviously, from Metallica. You've done Suicidal, you've done
Infectious Grooves.
Infectious Grooves was totally different. It seems like, you know, with Metallica, people would assume that would be like what you do, but you kind of have this creative need, it seems, to do this side thing.
Well, no, I think I came into, you know, I mean, I'm an old guy, so I've been around for a while, and even though I've been in Metallica for 13 years, you know, I mean, even like a year ago, I did a couple gigs, maybe it's longer than that, but I did a couple gigs with Mike Muir and in the Infectious Grooves, and you know, it was a lot of fun. I mean, we had a good time, and you know, we played a show at the Whiskey down in LA, and we played in Detroit, and that's all I can say. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So music should be fun, and creativity should be fun, and it's a gift, and we need to embrace creativity and enjoy that. I mean, I jammed today with the.
I'm so sad I missed this.
I jammed with the School of Rock All Stars.
That's so rad.
In, you know, very short notice, but it was fun. You know, playing with Perry Farrell and Peter DiStefano, who live by me down in Venice, and I've never played with those guys, so it's kind of fun to jam with them, but also to jam with these kids, these teenagers who are brilliant. So I think it's great. You know, we have fun doing it. We all kind of like to jam in different situations and everything. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, when we get together and we get on stage or we're writing songs as Metallica, you know, it's very serious, but it's also fun. You know.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what you want to make sure your son knows too. Like, that's what this is about.
Yeah, you know, enjoy yourself, have fun, be creative. That's why they got originals. You know, I told them, you gotta have originals, man. Covers are fun, but you know, at the end of the day,
you got to start putting in your stamp.
Yeah. So at age 9 or something, he started working on originals, and now I'm so proud of him and the boys because they got some good stuff.
They do, I know.
You know. He'll play some bass. I mean, I don't think he was like yesterday. He's playing some bass line, super funky. I'm like, dude, you want me to record that? I mean, let me record that so you won't lose it, you know? And he's like, no, I already memorized it. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, are you just dad, or does he see what you do and he's like, oh my God, that's amazing? Or are you just kind of like, you're dad?
I am dad, and but at the same time, you know, I let him be who he needs to be as a person, hopefully make the right decisions, you know, and we get into it. My son and I, we have this incredible relationship, but at the same time, you know, we're tough with each other, you know.
Yeah.
It turns into that sometimes, and that's okay. You know, again, I encourage my kids. My daughter's a really great artist, just like my wife, and I encourage them to be creative and have fun doing it. So the fact that they can smile every day makes me feel good, whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? As long as they're having fun and not hurting anybody or themselves.
Yeah.
More power to them.
You have a lot of artists in your family. You have a lot of hair in your family.
Yeah, that's
true.
There
is a ton of hair. You must have like a plumber on speed dial or something.
You know, it's tough.
Your drains are clogged all the time.
I know. It's true. It's funny because we have a lot of hair, and I'm not a big hair fan. I don't like hair on my toes. I don't want to see hair in my food. If I find hair in my food, I will not go to that restaurant. Forget about it. It's over.
Yeah, but between your family, it's probably one of yours. I mean, Chloe has hair down to her butt. Your kids both do too.
I know.
It's cute, and Ty is just a little clone of you. It's like somebody took you and shrunk.
Yeah.
He even had a Suicidal Tendency shirt on while he played today.
He did, yeah. Did
he choose that? Was he like, hey,
no, he
did.
He wears that. He'll wear Bad Brains. He'll wear.
Yes.
He was wearing Black Flag yesterday, Infectious Grooves the other day, and you know, he's a little skater. You know. He's a really good skateboarder. He skates bowls, you know, old school He skates down at Venice Beach Skate Park a lot in the Cove in Santa Monica.
Nice.
He skates up in Pacifica and P-Town.
Yeah, P-Town.
You know P-Town? You know that place?
I know P-Town, yeah.
That's his other hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a California kid all the way.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. I have one more question for you before I let you get to your gig. This is my favorite question. It's from my favorite movie, Almost Famous. Why do you love music?
I love music because music to me is freedom, and it's just, when I say it's freedom, it's I can listen to music and it can take me to a different place and make me feel, I guess, free, you know, and it can be relaxing, it can make me aggressive, it can, you know, put me in that mood to feel free to do what I need to do to kick ass, you know.
Yeah.
I love surfing, you know, so I love to listen to certain types of music to get pumped, you know, depending on the day and the weather, whatever.
Right.
My son and I have been surfing together, actually. Ty's been surfing with me a little bit. I've been teaching him. I mean, we'll be in the car, we'll listen to Slayer, we'll listen to Torch. We really like Torch in Florida.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't be surprised if we bust out some like crazy, like Miles Davis or something.
I love it.
You know, we're like that. We're very eclectic.
Go back to the well-rounded.
Yeah.
It's whatever the mood is.
Yeah, whatever the mood is.
You got something for it.
But yeah.
That's
anyway,
awesome.
Music to me, it's freedom and it's a beautiful thing. It's magic in a lot of ways.
It is magic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with what you guys are doing with your son and the band.
Yeah.
Next generation of rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, you know, someone's got to do it.
That's
you know,
right.
It's like, you know, Lars's sons. Actually, all three of them, they actually play music too, and they're really good. They're a little bit older than Ty, except for his son Bryce. But his son Bryce sings and plays guitar, and the other boys play bass and drums, and it's really cool. You know, same thing with all the kids, and I gotta say, all the Metallica kids play music.
Oh, that's great.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Next generation, we'll be waiting on it.
All right.